Hey, what's up, guys? It's Adam here, and today we're checking out the Maono PD100XS. This is the perfect budget-friendly dynamic gaming microphone for just $65 and has an included boom arm. This microphone features both USB-C support that you can easily plug and play into your computer and XLR support if you have an audio interface. It also provides some flash RGB at the bottom of the microphone and has software that allows you to control your audio levels or your RGB settings directly from your computer. And so you can get a really good idea of how the microphone sounds. I'm going to be using it throughout this entire video. Now inside the box comes all the instructions for the microphone and boom arm, the base clamp for the boom arm itself, the USB-C cable for the mic, and finally the microphone itself. Now, the microphone features a removable pop filter that helps filtering out all the plosives. It also has this touch-activated mute button, which when pressed, turns the RGB off and the indicator light to red, so you can see that the microphone is now muted. And right below the mute button, you'll find the multifunction smart knob. When the indicator light is white, the knob controls the microphone gain. As you turn the mic gain up or down, you'll see the indicator light turning up or down as well, so you can get kind of an idea of how loud or low your microphone is. Press the knob, and now the indicator light turns to blue, showing that you're on headphone volume mode. Now it controls the headphone volume output from the microphone itself on the 3.5mm headphone jack on the back. But it can be a little aggravating since the audio knob only controls the headphone volume coming out of the microphone itself, which means you'd have to run a second cable all in your boom arm, and the included boom arm doesn't provide much cable management. Also on the back is the 3-prong XLR port, which can be used with an audio interface if you already have one. Now, right above the XLR port is the RGB control button. And when pressed, the RGB button changes the colors, eventually turning it off. And when you hold down the button, it changes the lighting mode itself. But personally, I'm not too much of a fan of RGB, so I typically like to keep it off. Now, right next to the RGB button is the USB-C port, which the included cable plugs right into. And on the other side of the cable, you have a USB-C and a built-in USB-C to USB-A adapter in case you ran out of USB-C ports on the back of your computer like I am. But since it does have that USB-C at the end of the cable, you can also plug into your phone to record if you have an Android or one of the newer iPhones, so it can be pretty handy if you're filming on your phone like I am. Now, currently holding the microphone is the included boom arm. This arm has about 4 points of control and reaches about 3.5 feet when fully stretched out. Each section of the arm can be tightened or loosened, so you can adjust the arm to exactly how you like it. And to restrict how much it rotates, you can tighten the knob on the base itself so it doesn't spin as easily. Now, there are a few complaints I have about it so far. My first complaint is the location of the USB-C cable on the back of the microphone, since if you want to tilt it all the way up or all the way down, you have to unplug the cable first since it hits the arm. Another one of my complaints is the lack of cable management built into the boom arm, but I can't really complain for the $65 price point, but it would be really nice to include since my cables are kind of all over, and I'm even lucky if they sit on top of the boom arm since most of the time they'll just fall off. But honestly, for an included boom arm at this price point, I really can't complain. So like I mentioned earlier, this is a dual USB-C and XLR microphone, so it will fit into most setups pretty easily. The mic itself is equipped with double noise isolation, whatever that means, but it does seem to work pretty well with isolating outside noise. For example, here's me talking with a lot of background noise coming from my speakers on my computer, so you can get an idea of really how it sounds with the noise isolation enabled. Although this microphone does not come with a shock mount, which isn't really surprising since it is considered a gaming microphone and not so much a recording microphone, here's how the shocks sound anyways. Here's what it sounds like when I tap the microphone, and then the base of the microphone, and then the boom arm, and then the base of the boom arm. And then here's the table test to see how much it picks up that. Now here's the keyboard test with the microphone while I'm talking. Now overall, I really like this microphone. I like the sound quality that comes from it, the USB-C and XLR support, the RGB, and the software has been really nice. Noise isolation is pretty good too. It cancels out a lot of the background noise, but my few complaints have been that when I do sometimes talk into it, it doesn't pick up my voice too well. And another thing is the USB-C location on the back of the microphone has been really aggravating since I can't really rotate it much without having to unplug it and plug it back in. But besides that, for $65 and an included boom arm, I really can't complain for the quality I get from this microphone. If you're looking for a budget-friendly microphone with the boom arm and noise isolation and all those features that this one has, this one is definitely going to be the right choice for you.